My dear sisters and brothers in Jesus Christ, every year on 14 July, we celebrate the feast of Saint Camillus de Lellis. Camillus was born on May 25th, 1550. He lost his parents at a very early age, and therefore his upbringing was not so good. He was disowned by his own family, and therefore he joined military service. While he was in military service, he got a wound on his leg, and because of that, he also discontinued his military service and joined the Capuchin friary. After several years working in the Capuchin friary, he finally reformed himself and wanted to become a Capuchin friar, and therefore he joined the order, but he was rejected due to the wound on his leg. The wound which would not cure, and that wound he carried it for life. Thereafter he went to Rome to the hospital of the incurables, where he himself worked as a caretaker and later on as a superintendent. Camillus took Saint Philip Neri as his spiritual director and sought guidance from him. He studied Latin and devoted his time for prayer. He was ordained a priest, and thereafter he established a lay confraternity devoted to the serving of the sick, which came to be known as ministers of the sick and later known as chameleons. Camillus established healthcare for the sick. He wanted every person to be cared till death. People suffering from plague and deadly diseases were also treated by them. Camillus always had a wound on his leg, but in spite of that, he would drag himself to the place where there were patients, meet them, greet them, and also would see that they received proper care and attention. His congregation grew all over Europe. The brothers of the congregation would take a fourth vow of serving the sick and the suffering, even in danger to one's own life. The brothers would serve at places in the camps, also when people suffered from plague, and also serving the dying and the destitutes. Camillus had the gift of prophecy and healing. He died on 14 July 1614 and was canonized in the year 1746 and was declared as the patron of the sick and the nurses by Pope Leo XIII. My dear sisters and brothers in Jesus Christ, as we celebrate the feast of Saint Camillus de Lellis, let us pray through his intercession that we too also have a heart to care for the sick and the suffering.